So if y'all know who popped some motherfucking party, y'all better come forth, because police trying to figure this out, man. People are trying to figure this out. Now, for all them other people that's been having them corona parties and shit, let me tell you like this, right? Whether you believe it's real or not, it's going to catch up with you financially in the long run. Because one renter man was cited after hosting a large-ass party with no mask and social distancing. Shit wasn't even in play. Police is saying, okay. Now, a renter resident was cited last week after he hosted a party in violation of state gathering COVID-19 restrictions. Police Chief Terrence Delaney says this about 10 p.m. Saturday. Winthrop police responded to Bellevue Avenue after receiving multiple reports about a loud party. The officer then observed a gathering, approximately 30 people, who was disregarding state mandated social distance and face covering protocols, police is saying. So they had the right to shoot all the motherfuckers for that. Because if that was in Kung Pao, they wouldn't have took that. If that was Kung Pao, it would have been for everybody. The whole party. Now, a 51-year-old man was issued a $300 fine for a failure to comply with the mandatory face covering. Okay, you're 51 years old, bro. You should know better than this. Nobody should have to tell you this bullshit, but that goes to show you what type of world we living in. Don't get no better, I guess, huh? So, whatever. Our community is suffering from this shit, and people are doing stuff like this. You know, so people need to do better, okay? People need to do better and not take this shit as a joke, alright? Because shit will get real. But going further and other stuff, he wanted his change the world. Louisville mother fulfills her fallen son's purpose, okay? Now, in Louisville, Kentucky, it lost, or shall they say, they lost somebody great, okay? Now, Matoya Weir, life had changed forever the day her 19-year-old son, Jonah Weir, was killed by gun violence. You know what I'm saying? She's in Atlanta, Georgia, and her son is in Louisville, Kentucky, 6 hours away. And that's not arm's length, you know. A buddy, a musician buddy, you know, was with him the day this happened. You know, he was passionate about music. You know, he was passionate about helping people, using his platform to advocate against gun violence that was just going on. You know, she's saying that she will come home some days from work and would say to Jonah that you know, whose child is this? And he would say, Mom, he just needs somewhere that he feels safe. So Matoya Weir also mentioned he wanted to change the world. That was his exact words. I want to change the world, said Matoya Weir. Matoya created a foundation for Jonah to fulfill her son's wishes. So the foundation seeks to provide a safe haven and life resource for children and their parents, all right? Now she says, we're giving them that support that they need. we're giving her resources as well. So not just to children, but to the parents as well. So she goes further to say we're holding everyone accountable. Our foundation wants to change the way the youth thinks today. Okay, and that's really important nowadays. So congratulations to her on that. Now, a lot been going on with this Coronas thing, okay? Now, another state removed from Massachusetts lower risk state list, okay? Now, Boston, Massachusetts have removed another state from its lower risk state that does not require travelers to fill out a form or undergo testing or quarantine on Friday. Wyoming was removed from the Department of Public Health list. No states were added currently. The lower risk includes Colorado, Connecticut, Maine, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. Rhode Island is still considered the high-risk state, and the restrictions on travel between Massachusetts and the ocean state remain in place, all right? So it's very important. I know you guys be on POF and shit, and you go and visit girls in Rhode Island, but y'all need to really be careful because it's it's serious over there, okay? Now, under the current rules, anyone entering Massachusetts from other states is required to fill out a Massachusetts travelers form to quarantine for 2 weeks unless they can prove or produce a negative result from the COVID-19 testing administration no more than 72 hours before they arrive into the state. But failure to comply with this can result in a $500 per day fine, okay? The travel order has exemptions, including for those who are just passing through Massachusetts community across the state line for work. Those are arriving in Massachusetts for medical treatment, military, personal travel under orders, and those who are traveling for work and essential services. So, the bank administration specifically emphasizes that order does apply to students who may be returning back to the campuses for the fall semester of school and stuff like that. So, y'all keep that in mind, because that's gonna affect a lot of shit that's going on now. In case y'all don't know, when you're driving through anywhere in or out of Massachusetts, even to Rhode Island, because Rhode Island got them now. They got these things that run your plates, okay? So if you think you're getting away with it, they will send that shit in the mail, and you have to dispute the shit in the mail, which you don't want to fucking do, at all, and shit. So just be careful on what it is or what you do, because they will come for you, man. They will come for you, man. And when they come for you, it won't be pretty at all. And for those who just tuning in, you're listening to Jaylarock, and this is Jaylarock Radio Podcast. And with that being said, furthermore, 10 types of women you should never marry. And now, while we all can agree that nobody's perfect, there are actually few things that will adversely affect the relationship if a man chooses to partner with a woman with some not so great attributes. Well, you know what I meant. But on the next page, you will find that you won't benefit from it. Like, you will find like crazy headaches and crazy levels of stress, okay? But we break it down, and on the Jaylarock show, we're just going to give you 10 kinds of ways a man should think twice about making a wife. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you should clap for that. Because you know why? On this show, you know why? Because on this show, we are here for the people. And that's that. No matter what you guys think, we're here for the people. So, if anybody tell you that we wasn't, you tell them to kiss our ass. Alright? Oh, macaroni mouth eating motherfuckers. And this was brought to you by, I forgot to tell you, this advertising was brought to you by, I Don't Give a Fuck Records, okay? Alright. One second. We have, people chiming in. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Okay. We are back. And I'm sorry for the disruption. Motherfuckers is trying to chime in all at the wrong time. See, I just be trying to tell people be on the same page, dude. You know, people come with selfish intentions anyway, hitting agendas, but it's all good though. It's all gravy, baby. We still gonna rise to the top. Okay, but yeah, what I was saying, yeah, so 10 reasons not to get married, you know, and but since been disturbed and we're running out of time, we're just gonna cut it down to 7 if y'all don't mind. Alright, and definitely give y'all feedback on what y'all feel out of the 7 reasons not to get married to the bitch, okay? And this is according to science. This is shit like this, alright? Now, some women dream of their wedding day and others see it as a stuff of nightmares, and while there still remains pressure to settle down and get married, couples today are doing their own thing and ditching the traditional route down the aisle. So if you're hesitant about marriage and you look for reasons not to get married, you're not alone on that shit, okay? Because according to the Pew Research Center in 2018, and one out of 5 adults ages 25 and older at the time, that was about 42 million people had never been married, compared to that in 1960. So when only about 1 in 10 adults are the same